Welcome back to the channel. Natsu here once again, and we are gonna do a new tier list for JoJo's Abbacchio also about art. Keep in mind this it will be updated list because there have been so many changes, and also we have Abbacchio recently, so I will be taking in consideration all of that information. You know, the new balance patch and Abbacchio and other DLC character that I didn't include in my last time I did at least like this, right? Also keep in mind that if you want to jump to your character, there will be timestamps that will be posting in descriptions below, and you can click there and then you jump to your character, right? Because I understand that maybe not everybody want to see the whole video, but anyways, with that out of the way, please like and subscribe. It helps all the channel. But anyways, let's start off. Now we're gonna start with the S tier, right? Now, before, if you tell me like a month ago before the balance patch, I will say Alternative Diego will be the first one. But that's not the case anymore. So who I think is S tier top right now with the new changes? I think this is gonna be a little bit of a hot take, but we got Joseph over here. Now this character has been getting buff all the time, and he's doing some damage. I have always done damage, don't get me wrong, but if you see Makoto, he's a Sabata player that use him, and actually I think he almost got second place. I think he was third place in Evo, the side tournament, and he was showing the work. But now Joseph have more damage and more things to show. So yeah, I think this is a good character. It's a good character, especially if you're a beginner, because if you have basic knowledge of fighting games, like for example, let's say that you play Street Fighter before and you play with Ryu, Joseph is the character for you. He has Rekka, he has damage, he has some quirky mix-ups with the unblockable, but he has great normals, to be honest. And also he got a ton of options to moves that will be like reversals, counters, so people need to be wary when they're attacking you, right? Now the other character I will say, right, and this is also gonna be a hot take, is gonna be Dio from part 1. Now if you haven't seen what this character does after the buff they gave him, he does damage now, and plus he does damage, he can also get life back in the meantime, and also like his mix-ups are way stronger right now. So overall a better character. So yeah, now the main reason why I say this is because his combos are long and he can use supers on top of supers. What I mean by that is that some characters in this game, depending on the assist, they can combo a super after a super, right? So for example, if you have an OTG assist like Koichi or Keisha, right, you will be able to do OTG and then combo another super, right? And Dio is one of the characters that can do this. Now it has always been, he always had that option, right? But now he's way better with the tools that he has, with damage, the buff that he got, and also new combo routes that are deadly and annoying. Also, his mix-ups I think are way better. One of the issues that he had before is that when he was trying to mix you up, especially if you were a player that played the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, the first version, not the R version, I'm talking the old school one, where he could do rotate cancel and do mix-ups when you on your wake up. Now he has stuff like that without the reason rotate cancel, right? After this, I will say, and this is, I think now I won't say it's in the order of the S tier, but I will say Koichi with his new buff, and let me explain something about Koichi. I have played with this character. If you have seen my videos, I have played with this character, and I always gave people issues with the character. The only issue that this character had is like the range, but to be honest, once you start learning his options, that doesn't become that bad of a deal, especially if you know how to set up the status effect of the gravity, right? And that can be a big thing altogether. But now with the new buff that he got, the user mode, he can use it. He can also use the fire debuff, so he's getting, he's doing more damage across the board. It's an interesting character because even though his normals are not the best, I think he can fight with the best. I hope that makes sense. So I won't say he may be top three, maybe at the bottom of the S tier. But yeah. So let's go here. Let's go with cars. Cars, he has got some buff. It's kind of funny because before CyberConnect was trying to nerf him, and to be honest, this character is still strong. Now he got some buff with his ultimate lifeform beam option. To be honest, I still don't think it's worth getting that, using that super and getting on that install mode. Like you can win with with the normal cars. That's as good a character because teleport Oki is still strong. It's still a thing, right? So yeah, this character is still good. Good damage, good teleport Oki, great normals also. So yeah, if you have an assist that can cover his teleports, he's gonna be annoying, believe me. Now, other character we're gonna talk about here is Kakyoin. Kakyoin. Now, this is a character that they haven't done anything with him balance wise. What I mean by that is like they haven't nerfing, they haven't buffing. It has stayed the same. Now, his normals are still good. Those normal never got debuff. Sorry, never got nerf. Sorry. So still a good character. If you're a player that likes to keep away and make people work for the win, this is a character for you. Now, keep in mind when I say this is that he has good range with his normal, but they're not the fastest, so you need to be always on the move. Like you need to play him like a Dhalsim, like keep away, but know when you need to go in, right? If you have I forgot the name of the. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of the player that used Kakyoin at the beginning. And to be honest, the way he plays now, technically he can still do the same tactic, and it will be a lot of issues with a lot of characters because it's hard to try and win him on the poke wars. The only ways that you can beat this character is if you get in, right? And even though saying that, if your opponent has good defense, it's gonna be a big issue. The only, like the weakness for this character is that he doesn't have reversals, so he needs to use super in order to get you out of the way. And if you know that, then you have theoretically, right, the fight won, right? But again, it's not that easy. It's like saying, oh, I know what Gal can do in Street Fighter, or Dalsim with the teleports. Oh, he's gonna go away. I can bait him out. It's not that easy. It's easy on paper, but when you're trying to do it in a match, it doesn't go always the way that you want to go, right? Now, let's go with the other characters. Josuke, let me put it here. Josuke got buffs once again. And also got like a slight nerf with his normal, but I don't think it's gonna affect him, to be honest, because the nerf was that instead of the normal reaching, the normal I'm talking about is crushing medium attack. Sorry. Instead of going a little bit forward, like a mini step, now it has farther reach, but it doesn't do the step. It's kind of weird. It's technically like they nerf him, but they buff him at the same time, or I don't know. But Josuke has great damage as always. So he's a character that I think a lot of people sleep on him. I'm not sure why. I think one of the main issues that this character has, though, is that his TP is you can only use CTP when he's on stand mode, and if you not hard knock down somebody in this game, the stand mode will get off, right? So he needs to be careful about that. But if you have him, you know how to play, right? You can use the DP has a great anti-air tool and great great to start combo with big damage because he does damage. Okay, now let's go over here. This is a character that I was amazed, like, to be honest, guys. Lisa. Now this character, a few months ago, I will say it was like bottom tier or maybe C tier. But after all the patches and buff that she has received, like, she's doing the work. Like, I've been seeing, tournaments in Japan and Korea. The few there are, right? That when people use Lisa, she is a threat. And now I use the character, and I think she can be really tricky, especially because her mix-ups now are really great, and also like her damage potential is way better. Her combo potential is super crazy. Like, she can start a combo and you will be corner to corner, right? So she's a good character. The only thing I see is like kind of a weakness is like her level 3 is like a counter. So it's not that kind of character that you go, oh, I'm gonna use level 3 for damage. You need to spend the meter, so you need to be more technical in your combos. So it's not like 1, 2, 3 button and go from there, right? So yeah, Lisa is a good character. Ah, bro, Hol Horse. Oof. You know what? People are sleeping this character. Let me put this like this. Hol Horse is annoying, and he has great damage, great setups. Even though I think he got nerfed in the first patch, but it wasn't like that big of a nerf, right? But if you're somebody that likes to also play keep away like Kakyoin, right? I think he will be a great character. Now, the thing is that Kakyoin is way better at maintaining everybody around the cast away. But if you go like Hol Horse with Kakyoin, Hol Horse will have problems against Kakyoin because of his limbs, etc., etc. But again, a good Hol Horse, will know when is the time to zone out, and also a little bit of pressure and mix-ups. This character has great damage, has great stealing potential. When I mean stealing potential, it means that this character, if you, oh, I'm winning him, and he's only had like 25% of health, and you have 75%, still watch out. This character can kill you really fast with 2 bad guesses. Okay. Okay, let's go over here. Which are the older ones? Okay, so let's go with Diablo. Now, Diablo, even though Diablo got nerf, and I say nerf in quotations, right? I've been seeing that technically, like when I say nerf, is that one of the issues that he has is like his normals, air normals were really good, and they decided to nerf him and change that normal to another normal. So instead of jumping medium, jumping hard attack jumping heavy is way better now. So they nerf medium, but they give him a good heavy in the air. So yeah, like he still have damage. Now keep in mind his damage is not, again, this is a character that you need to spend the meter. It's technically like Lisa because you cannot count on using level 3. But if in the case that for whatever reason you did something and you attack him and he can do reaction level 3, and you don't have any meter to do a flash cancel, you might be dead because of you getting hit by the counter. So not only that, but he has another combo breaker besides the burst, right? So again, great damage, excellent character if you like to play Oki, to be honest, because he is really hard to block sometimes, especially after a hard knockdown. Will he go and do a cross up or when I say cross up, I mean he will hit you in the back, or maybe do like a fake cross up and he will hit you in the front, right? Or jump empty and a grab, right, and go from there, or jump empty and a crushing low. So he's a great character, right? So let's go here. Oh, Giorno, bro, Giorno got way better, to be honest. Like before, I thought he was gonna be like stay stuck in the B tier, but right now he's getting way better. Now, should he be? I think he's way better than Lisa. Golden Requiem, even though it's a little bit gimmicky, right? It can work. It does work. So yeah, and keep in mind that the Journal is way better now. Is that his combo extensions are way better altogether. Like you don't need to use Akira so he can get meter. Like you can win with Giorno now without using Golden Requiem. So for example, you do a combo, and after that combo, if you finish with a hard knockdown, you can dash 4, right? Depending on what combo ender, but usually you can do it with any combo, and dash 4 and do the stomp with the stand, and from there, since it will do like a pop up, you can continue comboing afterwards. And again, great damage, great combo potential, a good character across the board. Now let's go over here. Who is the older one? Oh, here we go. Let's go with my favorite Zeppelin over here. This character, like, if you don't know how to block, it's gonna be hard for you. Like he's, you think you can stop him, but in actuality, what you need to do is block, because once he goes in, and you're blocking his mix-ups, he and you try to attack him. Keep in mind that the ball can come back and hit you, so that will open you up. So you need to be careful with this character, and also, uh, the damage that he does and the meter that he gains from every combo that he does. Like, usually he might start a combo with no meter, and when he finishes the combo, even though he uses super, he still have one positive meter. That means that, technically he built 2 meters in a combo and spent one of them in a combo, right? That might be a little bit of exaggeration, but I have seen combos like that giving him like 75% even after using a super. So yeah, so let's see now. Last, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna put a 12 here, right, in the S tier, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna put Jotaro from part 3, but technically, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put Jotaro and Dio part 3. There. Technically, both do the same, but both have the world resets and great damage. The difference is that in the case of Dio, he's better at mixing you up, because he has a overhead, right? And also he can fight good against people that try to, turtle. Like, for example, let's say you're trying a fireball, and he can use the counter, right? Dio can use the counter and teleport in behind you and attack you, right? And the damage that he does is crazy. The only issue is that he has, his health is not the best in the game. So if you hit him several times, he might lose only because of the damage. I mean, the health that he has. So yeah, again, this is a great character if you like damage, but keep in mind that he doesn't have that much health. And in that regard, Jotaro has more health than Dio, so he can take more hits. And also, Jotaro has, invincible DP, on wake up when he's on user mode, and that's something that technically none of these characters over here have this. The only one I think close to him will be, Diavolo, right? That can use like his counters on wake up, and that's fishy because that wasn't a thing they nerfed. Also, Lisa has the DP. I forgot about that. So yeah, so Jotaro, great damage, and also a reversal DP gets him, give him the long run, right? Now I'm gonna put over here Vanilla Ice on A tier. Now, even though I'm putting him on A tier, he can still fight against the S. I think characters that are on the A can fight the S tiers without any issues. Uh, Maybe not against Joseph, but technically they can do. The only difference is that, in the case of Vanilla Ice, he has damage, but before he was a better character. Like his loops of the balls, calling him a Vanilla Ice, right? I mean cream in this case, his stand, right? Uh, Calling him and doing those launchers did him like easy, 800 damage combos. So instead of being like a 1000, which is a touch of death technically in this game, he can kill from one combo before, characters like Dio, Petshop, Iggy, I think Koichi also, etc. But yeah, like he is a good character. Even though he cannot do those combos anymore, he still has damage. The only thing that you need to work more for it, right? Because you cannot do the OTG's loops like it was before, but he's still a viable character, and he has also DP on Wake Up, right? Where is Yukako? Let's go. This character, I will say she's also a S tier, but because the thing have changed. Actually, you know what? I'll put Koichi over here. Whatever. Let's put her over here. Screw it. I did it. I know people say, "Oh, this character. I don't think she's that good." She has way better damage than Kakyoin. The only reason she's below here is because, like her reach is on par with Kakyoin, and the damage is on par with characters like maybe Dio, Hol Horse, Cars, etc. Right? But the reason why Kakyoin is over here is because he's way easier to play with him. Yukako, you need to have better execution, and overall you need to play a little bit closer. Like Kakyoin can play, can jump away all the time, and technically you need to follow, run around him in the stage just to hit him. In the case of Yukako, even though she could do the same thing, she suffers against characters like Hol Horse or Kakyoin, or even also Gyro, right? So, yeah, or characters in general that have fireballs, right? Or good fireballs. I'm not talking about stuff like I don't know, like Lisa daggers. Those daggers are not that good of fireball, but she's a great character damage wise, and also she's one of the few characters that once she on the last round and she gets killed and has meter, she will get back to life, even though she might not be able to do flash cancel. Her love deluxe buff get her more damage, and she can be like a comeback character for real. Like if you don't have the health, like technically it's like when you're fighting against her, it's like you in the last round is like you need to kill her two times, and that's not easy. Okay, especially with her counters and DPs, which is another thing. She has a counter and she can combo afterwards and give you and do like a 70% damage, like, or 80% depending on the character. But yeah, she does hit like a truck. Okay, let's go with the other characters. I will say Avdol over here, even though he got some buff recently. Uh, I still think he has some issues, mainly when he's if you knock him down, right? He doesn't have his invisible DP, so it's hard for him. But he does have damage. Sometimes like his combo structure and combos are better now, but sometimes it's kind of whiffy or weird or gimmicky. But so far, from what I have tested, he is still more reliable than before. Where is Anasui? Anasui got nerfs, but recently I've been seeing some combos that I'm like, bro, like he can do that. Like he has now, like he can use his punch in the ground when he's on user mode, and that will do like a. It can be set up as a melee, but also can set up as a combo extender, and he does a lot of damage again with that option. The issue with that is that it uses health. So I mean, not health, super meter, right? So that's why I don't think he's S tier, because a lot of these characters over here, you will notice that are recurring team. They are meter positive. What I mean by meter positive is that uh, even though they're spending the meter in a combo, they're getting it back in the combo, right? Over here, you will see that starting down the A tier, characters need to use their meter, and they might not be able to recuperate it during the combo fully, right? Okay, let's see over here. Mm-mm-mm. Bro, Fugo. Fugo has great damage, and I think, to be honest, I think he might be S tier, but I just want to be safe and put it on A tier. Uh, because one of the big issues that he has is that when you're trying to play footsies with him, right? Even though he has like good normals, like they are not like the recovery of the normals are really bad. But once he gets in, he does hurt a lot, right? The poison mechanic is really strong with him, uh, and you can do easy touch of that with him if you know how to optimize. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go over here. Okay, this might be a hot take, but bro, where report in the last patch, not I mean sorry, in the patch before that, right? The one that he got with alternative world Diego, like he got some buff, really good buff. Like he can do damage, he can mix you up, he can do status effects. The only issue that is that you need to spend meter. Again, the same issue has old character here, and he not might be meter positive, but I like, again, he's a fun character. Uh, if you like characters that can do traps, status effects, right, and be kind of interesting because when he is in user mode, he can set up traps, but when he's in stand mode, he becomes like another character, like a more uh, uh, mobile character because he can use his stand to move around the ring, right? So yeah, a great character altogether. Now let's see who else over here. Okay, so Nero. Nero before was like the top tier before, right? I don't think he's that good right now, even though he still has the same damage, right? But uh, like, even though his knife, the projectile, is still a good projectile, it is not the same as it was before. What I mean by that is that before you had like crazy frame traps with that, and crazy mix-ups. Now technically they're more legit. You can see them. The fireball doesn't come out that fast, right? So, but even though having that and also his counter getting nerfed, right? What I mean by that is that before he will recover super fast. Now you need to flash cancel it to make it safe. So yeah, a good character altogether. Crushing medium kick, even though the range was nerf. I mean, crushing medium attack, which is the slide, right? It got nerf, right? And the range is still good. Like it's legit, legit normal. If you don't trust me, I will gonna put like a link for this tournament. Where is it? Top 8 Evo.
Another Dino flip.
You will notice. You will notice that it's still a good character. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. Ghiaccio. Okay, Ghiaccio. I think Ghiaccio is a better Nero right now. Even though again, I think this character can be S tier, right? Uh, the issue with Ghiaccio is that he's not an easy character to use. So if you're somebody that struggle with execution or not having like a reversal, right? He might not be the character for you. But if you're somebody that likes to mix up people, this is the character for you. Especially when he's using his stand, right? He becomes way faster, more mobile. And also his normals get really crazy. Like he can cross you up weirdly, and also he's one of the few characters in this game that do have a nasty 50-50, and also he can set up traps, like put the ice on after a knockdown, and if you try to do something weird, he will still be able to attack you. Again, a great character altogether. If you like stealing turns, and what I mean stealing turns is that okay, so you knock down your opponent, right? You in the case of the opponent, it's like okay, so I'm gonna do a DP, but guess what? Ghiaccio put the ice trap. If you do the DP, and Ghiaccio doesn't do anything, right? He will block that, but the ice trap will get activated and you will get frozen. Therefore, he can still go over and start comboing you again, right? And rinse and repeat, right? Okay, so let's go over here. Jotaro part 4. Oh, Jotaro part 4. This is a character that I think people wanted to be better, but it's always getting stuck like in the middle tier. Even though the reason why I say is that even though he has other tools that part 3 Jotaro doesn't have, and damage wise they're technically the same, but the main issue is that even though they're trying to fix that, is that his combo routes are not that lenient compared to part 3 Jotaro, right? Also the teleport, even though the teleport got way better now, which is super fast and can be tricky, I still see issues with him like dropping combos, which is not something that happens with Jotaro part 3. And keep in mind, I'm saying this because I have seen people that play with this character, has great execution, and they don't drop the combo with him, but they use this character and it drops, right? It continues dropping. And there are people that there are combo videos that have shown that this character has great damage potential, but again, there's still lingering issues in the game with hitboxes not working as intended, and he's still getting affected by that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Dio Diego Brando. Actually, let's gonna put him. Let's put him over here. Actually, this is a character, right? Actually, you know what? Sorry, I forgot about the. Okay, let me put it over here. Okay, so let me explain. Now, this character before was top bottom. After the updates, he got like really good. In this tournament, I might show you the Wonder Evolution. You will notice that in top 8 there was a Diego, right? And this character, the issue with this character is that he's execution heavy, right? So sometimes you'll say, "Oh, I dropped the combo," and the combo are long. Like you need to be on point, right? But he has some. He, they gave him a buff that allows him to cross up somebody on block after they're blocking, and you can open people so easily with that. Now they did some nerfs in this last patch with that regard. Also, like a special command normal that allows him to go farther, like technically like a dash with attack, right? It got nerfed the range, but even if you do it close, you can still mix people up with a jump, cancel, on block or on hit. So if it hits somebody, right, it's gonna crumple and he can combo afterwards. And if they block it, he can still attack you, and you need to be wary. The only way to stop that from him to abuse that is that you need to do size dodge when he tries to use that special command normal. Okay, but again, a great character. The another nerf they did is that he has his tail attack in the air, and before the way that it worked is that when somebody blocks that in there, they will land on from of him, and you will be able to do a flash cancel and be safe. But now they make it so that if they block the person and he's in the air, it's gonna do like a mini wall jump. I mean a mini wall mini backdash in the air, but the backdash is not that good, so they will be able to punish you, and you cannot use that flash cancel to be safe. Okay, so that tactic they're trying to remove it altogether. So that's the reason why he's not S tier, right? And he's over here. Now, to be honest, he might be even at the bottom, but even though he has still his mix-ups, I think that he should stay here instead of being at the bottom of A. But yeah. Polnareff. Polnareff has damage. The issue with Polnareff is the same as Jotaro. Like his combo routes are not the most. I mean, they're more lenient than Jotaro, but you know, it's a character that, like, to be honest, I love Polnareff. The combo routes, I love him. Like, I think he's like my second character. That like if I'm gonna do like if I was gonna go to a tournament, I will say like my main would be maybe I don't know, maybe Weather Report or maybe Alternative War Diego. Maybe not, but I will say my secondary definitely will be Polnareff. So he's a fun character altogether. So yeah, and great damage. The only thing is like again, you need to be on point with your execution because you need to do those dive kicks, tiger dive kicks loops in order to get good damage with this character. Okay, let's see who else. Oh, I forgot this. But okay, Petshop. Petshop is a character that even though he has good damage, not maybe the best damage in the game, but bro, you need to learn his mix-ups. Like he is super hard to block, especially like he's annoying. Like you think, oh, he's gonna attack from here, but the way he's attacking from here and jumping forward, but the missile, the projectile is coming from below him. What the heck is this? And also like instant overhead and air dashes. Like his mobility is like something like you'll see in a game like Blast Blue or Guilty Gear, right? Or even Dragon Ball Fighters with triple overheads, and this character has it, right? The only difference is that this character has the issue that his health is not the best in the game. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, like if you see a good pet shop, it's gonna be annoying. And super, it's gonna feel so scrubby when you lose against a pet shop, like a good pet shop, because you're like, oh, bro, like I'm not this freaking mascot. How the heck is going with this? And again, it's a good character. Like in order to block him, you need to know what's happening. Like I have seen, I forgot Luong, I think is the name of the Korean player that is the states, and every time he uses this character, people are getting wrecked. The only reason why he loses is because either they already know the matchup, and because they know the matchup, they have better, they know how to block him, right? But even if they know how to block him, usually they win on the department of health. Like it becomes more like a battle of attrition, right? Where loses, because it gets hit, right? And technically, like for example, Diavolo versus Petshop, Diavolo has combos that can technically kill him, and the same thing goes Jotaro against Petshop, Diego against Petshop, etc. So, yeah, any matchup that Petshop is fighting against a character that does a lot of health, is it can be like a losing fight in theory, right? So yeah, Petshop is good, but you know, his issue is the health. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's put another one, 12. Hmm. Ooh, that changed a lot of things over here. Oh, bro. I'm sorry, guys. There's a video. I'm waiting to upload it, but funny Valentine. It's messed up. It's super messed up, to be honest. Like he needs to be here. Mm-mm. Actually, here. Now, why I say he's messed up? Funny Valentine, bro. Like the updates that they gave him, like he has so messed up setups that technically becomes like a unblockable, bro. Like try to block that on offline online is hard, and offline is also hard. Like I tested out, it's like a legit setups, and also the combo damage is really good. And he's one of the few characters in this game that, even though you're breaking the combo, if you don't know where to break it, technically he can combo afterwards, even without using the stylish dodge to avoid the combo breaker. So, for example, I did a video with Abbacchio, and I'm showing that the gut punch with Abbacchio has armor, right? But in the case of Tony Valentine, when they're trying to break a combo and he's using his clones, right? If they do it and they're hitting the clone, Funny Valentine is still safe and he can combo afterwards. Okay. Okay. Okuyasu. You know what? No. Jolyne. Jolyne. Jolyne's gonna be B, right? But she can be technically low A. With her combo options getting way better now, and damage potential way getting better now, and also the trap getting better, because the trap once it only hit you and that's it, but now they like stick the opening and you can combo afterwards, and also allows you to do OTGs, right? If you have like an assist that can do OTE, and you put that trap over there, and then you can continue combo or set up the trap and then call a taunt, so you can use that option, that mechanic. So yeah, like it's a great character. The issue with her is like she's a lot of work. Like her combos are hard. They're not easy because sometimes the game, the inputs, the way it reads them, it's not the best. So trying to do like the spider swing combos, let's call it like that, right? Like using the string to jump in the air. I mean, cancel the air attack and then do like a jump attack in the air and loop that is hard. Like it's really hard, especially online. Okuyasu, but now I'm gonna put him over here, even though I haven't tested him, to be completely honest. I have seen what he can do. His teleport options are way better now, right? He's a better character altogether. He has great damage. The issue with Koyasu is that, like if you're gonna go for teleport Oki, even though his teleports are way faster than cars, I will use cars instead, right? So again, it's a character that I think maybe in the long run will get better and maybe go to the top of A. But he's now, I'm putting it on the bottom of A, and he's not that hard to use, right? Okay, so let's go here. To end tier A, I'm gonna put Kosaku and Kira. Now, both of these characters technically do the same thing. The difference is that for example, in the case of Kosaku, he controls more the horizontal, right, the left to right. And in the case of Kira, controls more the up to down, the vertical option. And technically, the combo routes are, you can see the same, and the damage is almost same. Even though Kosaku, I think, hits a little bit harder, if I'm mistaken. But Kira is way easier in combo structure. So yeah, so in that case, I'm gonna put them behind Fugo. Okay, so now that we have that, let's continue with the B. In the case of B, right, we have Jolyne, like I said before. Now, Foo Fighter is a great character. The issue with Foo Fighter is that when the nerfs started to hit her, it affected her, especially with the OTGs, damage wise. And you need to have a special assist in order to work with her. Like, she's not an easy character, but at the end, she can be really annoying and really good. So yeah, again, if you're gonna use her, I mean, if you're gonna like, if your mentality is like, I want a character that has long range attack, fireballs, it's better to use something like Hol Horse instead of Kakyoin, right? But her combos are fun. Like, to be honest, like, if you like doing combos, she's the one for you. Like, her combos are way better. I mean, for me, I like more what she does in combo than seeing Kakyoin combo or Hol Horse, but they're harder. Okay, so another character that we need to talk about is Stroheim. Now, Stroheim, you know what? Stroheim should be going that. I don't want, no. I don't want to talk about you still. Go away, you. Shingeki. Okay, so Stroheim should be here actually in A tier. Maybe around. Let's put it over here. And Okuyasu, let's put it over here. So yeah, so Stroheim has great damage. Is a good character. The issue with him is that when he got the nerfs, it affected him, and I think that when people start noticing that yeah, he did that great damage, etc., and he can still do that, but now is, for example, now he could, before he could do like an easy touch of death, now he needs to work for the touch of death, and now he's getting like a 70% combos. But yeah, he's still a good character. Like, the UV lights nerf affecting him, but still they still work as intended, right? So yeah, so in future, if you like a character that is more like damage and it's straight 4, this will be the character for you. Okay. Now, here's where it starts getting kind of weird. Because, for example, Cesar has got nerf and buff. But I don't think Cesar is a good character, to be honest. I think he is on the C tier. And they try to buff like he's like, this character is not close to what he was before in All-Star Battle, the original one. So I think he still need buff. Like, I think the issue is more like damage wise, or that he's one trick pony. Like, he's trying to, turtle away and keep away, but then again, he has tools that were set up for, mixing up people and wake up, and those tools are not working as intended as before. I think that's the issue. Like, he cannot be oppressive with his mix-ups, right? But yeah, I don't know. Like, I try to use him, and I always go like, oh my god, this is boring. Like, it's better to play with him as keep away than try to mix up people like it was in the older version of the game. So I hope that change, hopefully in the future. But yeah. Okay. Mariah. Okay, so this character is kind of weird because, in theory, the things that she can do, like double supers, mix ups on wake up, status effects of the like her mix-ups are crazy, like technically are crazy in the way that are like Gyaccio, Petshop, Nero, right? But bro, like she need to hit you so many times, and I'm so sad that I saw a combo breaker, right? And combo breaker Wendy was super close, uh but bro,
Once everything's
like I always see.
perfectly organized, I'll start working.
Shut up. I always see them see her struggle, like see her struggle, uh, like really bad, like like she gets to the top of the top eight always, and then you will start noticing the BS with other characters, like when she fights a Nero or when she fights a Dio, etc., right? Because she needs to do the knockdown and do more damage when compared to other characters. Like she needs to do like 5 combos, and other characters need to do 2 or 3, right? And this has been always the issue with her. Like her damage potential technically is there, but it's kind of weird. Like her combo, like she should do a little bit more damage. Let's go here. Joseph, the old one. Now this character, uh, it's kind of weird because before I would say maybe like he was A tier, but the way that characters are changing now, the meta, right? Like this character is good, but then we get back to the issue of damage and the meter, right? Like he's usually never meter positive because he needs to spend meter when he's using the stat mode in order to do the extra damage, right? His combos are fun, but that's the issue. Like he needs to spend a lot of meter, right? Bruno, i- i- this character is good. The issue with Bruno is that he has some small nerfs that affect him. Uh, like before he has like weakened 50-50 and good damage. I still have the good damage, but now the 50-50s are gone. When I say super crazy mix up 50 is that he will knock you down and he will run right, do a dash and then jump, and you don't know where to block because technically the hitbox of the normal was so retarded in there, and technically you can do that with Diavolo for free, right? Also, like I think that one of the big issue with Bruno, even though he could be A tier, right, is that like you need to be wary of your meter, right? Because if you don't have meter, like one of the mechanics of this character has is that he can do a comeback, right? If he has a meter at the last round or the last fight, and that can be hard. Like like Yukako is like she doesn't have meter afterwards. In the case of Bruno, he can like I think he still get meter, but he cannot do the revival again. So yeah, he's a hard. I don't want to say hard character in the case of Bruno because I don't think he's hard. I used to think that he is harder. Like other characters, what he does, other characters do it easier. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Mm-mm. Trish. Now Trish is an interesting character because like she got a lot of buff, and I think she's a good character altogether. But I do notice that she will have issues with other characters, especially characters that have a lot of damage and meter game. She needs to spend meter, but even though I think she gets meter positive. I might be wrong there, but again, if you're gonna play with her, why play with her when you can play as as Funny Valentine or Kakyoin or even Lisa, right? But she's a solid pick. Oh, that's another thing. Like technically, when I put the D tier or C tier, those characters are characters that I don't think you will see them ever in top 8, because they're not viable. That's what I'm saying. Like over here, so it will be like super viable, meh viable, and over here not less viable, not viable. For example, in the D, right? Let's go here. Mista. This is a character. Actually, you know what? It's kind of weird because this character has the issue that he has like a debuff that happens when he has only 4 bullets, so he starts losing health, and bro, that is so freaking annoying. Also, the bullet management and reload is really hard for a lot of people, and his combo are not easy that also to do. Like even though once you learn them, it's kind of easy, but doing that in this game when a lot of stuff are happening at the same time, it will be annoying. So yeah, like I have some combos with him that do a lot of damage and are easy and more reliable. But compared to that, once again, is the same issue. Why play with him when you can play as Hol Horse, right? And be way easier. Akira is another character that. Wait, actually, let me put it behind. Has always been good. I think he's way better than before. But the issue is the lighting. Like when Red Hot Chili Pepper needs lighting, that kind of always actually sorry about this. That kind of meter management or status management, I guess, electricity that manage, uh, it's not fun. Like you need to either you decide to charge the stand and that way you will have more damage, right? But you are sacrificing your damage, right? Or Oki for getting more buff, right? And sometimes it's not worth it. Like sometimes you say, oh my god, you know what? If I charge over here, I might lose because the person will be able to get the burst back or etc etc. And that handicaps him as a character, right? Like the damage gets handicapped or the mix up, like the pressure, right? Any character that makes you need to reload their abilities, it's gonna be a big issue, right? Talking about reloading or rewind, let's add Abbacchio. Abbacchio is a character that he's not that good, but he's fun to play as. Like I've been having a blast playing with him. The reload feature, I mean the rewind feature is super cool, but he has big issues. He doesn't have a good NTR. He like damage wise, I think he's okay. I don't think he's the best. Also, he's hard. I don't want to say hard because I don't think characters in the game are hard compared to other fighting games. But in all reality, like maintaining the in check right mentally, like oh okay, I play this move, so if I use this other move now in conjunction with the rewind, it will allow me to do this combo. So you need to know your combo routes. In few words, it's a character that's hard to master, right? Not hard to execute, but hard to master. Like always be on point with that, right? I think this YSB. He's almost to BC, to be honest, but I think he still have some stuff. Like for example, uh, when he's on stand mode, right? He has a lot of grabs, mix-ups, and also the special command normal dash. It's really good in a weird way because I've been able to avoid a lot of stuff, like even from combo breakers to DPS to normal attacks. And I think it need more implementation. Maybe with that, when that gets masterized, maybe he will be able to go to A, right? But who knows? Okay, let's go here. Naranja. Naranja still has damage. The problem is that he's not that brain dead as before, right? So he will be over here in the top B. Because before, if you fought against a good Naranja before, bro, it was super horrible. Like he will do a lot of damage. His DPs were safe. And he like it was stupid. Now he's more like a normal character, right? Okay, let's see who else over here. Johnny. Now Johnny has excellent damage. Uh, I before I would say he was A tier, but now because of the nerf of the horse, any character that has a horse now, they got like a small nerf. What I mean by that is that before they were able to use like the horse as a like like for example, if you're gonna get hit and instead of blocking, right, you say, oh, I'm gonna use the horse because when I'm in the air with the horse, and you try to attack me, right, with a jumping, it will be like a reset. For example, I will flip from the horse, and if you're still attacking, then they will be able to steal the turn, right? They removed that, which was annoying, but yeah. But Johnny has great damage, great meter gain, a good character overall. Mm-mm. Okay, let's see. We're reaching there. Okay. Keisho. You know what, Keisho? Let's put him here on the bottom or on the top C. He's a great character, but it's the same issue. Like, why try to play with him when you can use other characters? Also, like his two stamp modes, one of them is easy to use, another one is like super hard, and try to optimize with the other version, which I think is okay, but not the best. Uh, it's annoying, to be honest. Also, sometimes like there will be weird stuff happening with his combos, like things dropping because of the you're close to the corner, right, and it will drop the combo, and that will affect you, right, damage wise. Okay, so final final pushy, right? Final pushy, I will put him here in B. Before, I think he might be able to go A tier, but because of the changes, uh having more options with Moon, right? He's a good character. Damage wise, he got way better, like super way better than before. But the nerfs to Mating Heaven was kind of weird. And to be honest, if you're gonna play with him, right, I don't see why you will use the Order Pushy unless you like using the level 3 super counter, which is technically like Diavolo. Damage wise, it's almost the same. Uh, but again, that will be the case. Like I would say, oh, if you want to use this pushy only, then go use Diablo, bro. But both characters are okay. But like again, if you want to use final pushy, use Giorno. At least his golden experience works, right? But yeah, let's go here. Josuke. Now Josuke, it's interesting because I don't think he's a bad character altogether, and I think he's one of the few characters in the B tier, the same as Johnny, that can handle A and S tier characters. The issue is that he spends so much meter, and sometimes like his combo routes are not that they hard. It's just that they're uh, annoying because sometimes the damage that you're expecting for a long combo doesn't compare to a combo like from the Jotaro, etc., etc. Okay, so let's continue with C. Now in C, we had Jonathan, right? He's like a Ryu can DPs, super solid, but again, like he's so honest, like he is not cheap, like he's super honest, right? He does great damage, keeping that in mind, right? But he's so honest that if you're going like, oh, I'm gonna play against these people over here, you'll be like, bro, he's used better Joseph. He's also like a basic character, and the damage that Jonathan does, Joseph does it way better. Okay. Rohan. Now Rohan is a character that the issue is that even though he has the status effects, that's it. Like you need to play in the mindset that you need to use the status effects. If you go by damage wise, he doesn't have that much damage. You can get like around 400 compared to other characters that are able to get like 600, etc. So you need to be wary of what assist you're using with this character in order for him to work, right? Actually, so Hermes is interesting because on paper she should be good, and she does damage, and she's like a solid character. But again, it's the same issue when you compare it to other characters in the game. There are characters that does what she does way better. For example, right now, why use her when you have Abbacchio, for example, or uh, or something like why use her when you can have Dio, for example, right? Okay, let's go here. Cepelli. This is it's a fun character, but the problem is that his combos are too unreliable, and also like his floaty jumping air is annoying if you don't know how to use it on your favor. Once you know to use it on your favor, this character changes a lot because you can do like an instant overhead setups, or block scenes, right? But again, this is not a good character for people that are beginning fighting games in general, and it will be more like an advanced character altogether. Now, Speedwagon is a fun character, but the like even though he has stuff that should work, right, damage wise or setups, right? Why use why use him when you can use better somebody like Diego Brando, right, with mix-ups, or Ghiaccio with mix-ups. He's like an honest mix-up character, so I don't know how to say that because he can use his hat to mix up people, and also can use his friends, Tattoo Nation, right, to mix up people. So yeah, again, he has great damage. He's fun to use, but why use him when you have other characters like Yasho, Nero, Diego, etc. Right? Okay, so we had the Pillarman, right? So Wamu, Wam, uh, is okay. He got a little bit nerf recently, but also got some buff, right? Uh, I think that the issue here is that since he's a Pillarman, he gets more damage against Hamo users and also against Stroheim if they haven't changed the UBI light thingy, right? He has a lot of health, but why use him when you can use other characters, right? Now, ACDC is an interesting character because I think he can go B tier, to be honest. Damage wise, he's getting way better in mix ups. But I'm gonna play it safe and let him over here. Actually, from the C, I think he might be the top C. Now, Bao is an interesting case because he's a good character, but he has so little health that it affects him, right? Like he could be, if he had a little bit more health, he could be A. But if you're a player that knows how to block, knows how to play footsies, and want all the tools, Bao can be a good character for you. But keep in mind he's more like a Akuma, where he's really good, but but keep in mind that not having health will affect you in the long run, right? Now we're arriving to the D tier. Now, let's say prosciutto, how low you have fallen. He has damage. That's the funny part. He has damage, but like, and I have seen a lot of prosciutto players that are really good. But bro, like I see them struggling like hard. Like that OTG nerf messed up the character way. It did really did a number, right? Like before this character would have been S tier, but every time they buff him more people, he's getting lower and lower. Shingeki. Now Shingeki is kind of funny because, if I'm not mistaken, there was a Japanese evolution recently. I mean, not recently, this year. There was a Shingeki player, Orange, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he got to top 8. I might be wrong. And he was using him really interesting. But the problem with this character is that if you see those fights, you notice that the player, right? The issue was having that they were trying to attack him, and he was using the wall as a defense mechanism, and also like a combo breaker, right? Or preemptively combo breaker. and after that he will go for the combos. Now the combos he was doing are hard, like his combos are hard, and also the range of his normals are crap. So in order for you to win with him, you need to work your ass off, and that's why I say that this character is not the best. Maybe he has better range in the normals, it will be a different thing altogether. Iggy has the same issue that in theory he could be good, but he's so slow in the air dash. If his air dash was as similar as Petshop or a little bit faster, like this will be a different conversation altogether, because then he can open people up. The issue is that he cannot open people up and he doesn't have that much health. And then we have the new low tier. Now, why I'm saying alternative world Diego is low tier. Before this character, you will do a combo and you will do a hard knockdown and then you will do a loop, right? In order for that to work now, you need to use meter. You need to use meter all the time with Diego to be a good Diego. And I don't see it viable. Like he doesn't have good relaunches unless he's on the middle screen without meter. If he doesn't have meter in the corner, like he will struggle. Like they nerf him really bad. Like they say no, 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 no. People say no. Like before you could do DP loops, right? Now that's not the case. The case is that you need to spend meter in order to do damage. So yeah, I'm like, I've been playing with this character recently to see the changes, and bro, they're brutal. Like I thought the Nero changes were brutal, but this one bro, it's like, oh, here we remove everything that's fun of the character, we'll deal with it. So why you want to use him when you can use this Diego, right? So yeah, that is my tier list. Sorry if I sound like a little sleepy. Like I said, I did record this like this several times. But anyway, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. It will help a lot the channel. And see you next video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this tier list. Bye bye.